this is the final video for the project, but essentially what we have is the contraption right here. We have the hook weight and then a box to then put these weights into. And the idea here is that with the weight of the black cubes and that accompanied by the acceleration of gravity, it will produce a force that in turn can be measured by the hook weight. We won't be able to, we will be able to figure out the exact force, and it is assumed that that is the exact same force that is applied in the opposite direction with the same magnitude by this hook weight and this crank that the hook weight is attached to, basically. Let me make sure. Yeah, so you can see this crank, it's where the hook weight is leaning or attached to, and then the box right here where I'm going to put the weights on. But the idea is that the force that is applied downward because of the weight of the weights, the exact same magnitude of force is applied, but in the opposite direction, in this case going up. And we will simply be able to calculate the weight of the weights. I have a scale, so we'll be able to figure out a percent difference of the experimental and theoretical values. But ultimately, with the third law of the action-reaction law, the action is going to be the weight of the weights with the acceleration due to gravity producing a force, and then the reaction is that exact same magnitude of force being applied in the opposite direction, causing equilibrium, basically. Because if there wasn't to be equilibrium, then the most likely case is that the weights would be too significant to then fall off the hook, or the hook would somehow produce a force greater than the weight of the weights and pull it up, which the latter is impossible because the hook weight doesn't produce its own force. It is only reacting to the action of the force being applied to it. So this is just the explanation video. I'm going to be taking a separate video for me just putting the weights into the hook weight, and then from there on we're going to be calculating the experimental or theoretical value, and then using a scale we'll be able to then find the actual value of one single cube weight.